The road to GH will reveal that Sasha is living in a constant state of tension, with the torment of her secret pregnancy and the fear of being discovered weighing on her mind every day. She has decided to keep her pregnancy with Michael a secret, not only to protect herself, but also because she wants to stay away from all the trouble Michael is entangled in. For Sasha, this child is a small hope in her turbulent life, but she also knows that keeping this secret is like walking on a fragile tightrope that could snap at any moment. In recent encounters, Sasha cannot deny that Michael seems to have noticed something unusual. Whenever they talk, his gaze is filled with suspicion, as if he is trying to see through the things she is hiding. Although Sasha tries to stay calm, every gesture and word from Michael makes her uneasy. He doesn't say anything directly, but his silence feels like an unspoken accusation, making her worried that her secret could be exposed at any moment. However, Sasha remains resolute in her silence. She believes that with a little more time, everything will settle down, and Michael will turn his attention to other matters. Meanwhile, Michael is also caught in a whirlwind of chaotic emotions. His marriage to Willow has turned into a long-running battle between love, betrayal, and wounded pride. Although he still loves Willow deeply, he cannot erase the image of Drew betraying him by secretly having an affair with his wife. Michael's anger toward Drew grows more intense, not only because of the personal betrayal, but also because he feels diminished and betrayed by those he once trusted most. However, Michael is not entirely blameless. During the cracks in his marriage with Willow, he sought comfort from Sasha, and their brief relationship now stands as a secret threatening everything he is trying to hold on to. He knows that if this is revealed, it will not only push Willow to leave him forever, but also place Sasha in an extremely dangerous position. The existence of the child, something he does not know yet, is a potential powder keg, capable of destroying all of Michael's efforts to keep together the remnants of his life. But his suspicions about Sasha are growing, and it seems that Michael has begun to sense a truth he cannot yet name. Between Sasha and Michael, the distance is becoming more apparent, yet there are invisible bonds that tie them together. On one side, Sasha is trying to protect the child and find peace, while on the other side, Michael is caught between love, hatred, and his own dark secrets. These complex emotions are like a ticking time bomb, waiting for the moment they explode and change their lives forever. The relationship between Michael and Drew has completely fallen apart, turning into an unforgiving battle between two people who once considered each other family. Their enmity is not just a personal matter, but extends to areas of power and finance, where dark schemes are being plotted with the sole goal of destroying the other. In a fury he can no longer control, Michael is determined to exact revenge on Drew by any means possible. He spends hours on meticulous strategies, focusing on Aurora Media, a valuable asset of Drew's. Michael plots to manipulate deals, using his influence to undermine Drew's position in the company, making him lose trust and control. With the support of strategic allies, Michael believes that toppling Drew is not only a personal act of vengeance, but also a way to reaffirm his power after all the damage he has suffered. But Drew is not someone who can be easily defeated. He is ready to retaliate with a dangerous move of his own, exposing Michael's insider trading violations at Aurora. Drew has gathered enough evidence to push Michael into legal trouble, posing a serious threat to his future. This turns the battle between them into a dangerous spiral, where not only honor, but also freedom and assets are at stake. However, things don't stop at the personal clash between Michael and Drew. Other forces in the shadows begin to get involved, making the situation even more complicated. Valentine, a cunning man, has teamed up with Sidwell and Drew to form an alliance aimed at bringing Michael down. Each person in this group has their own motive for attacking Michael. Valentine wants to consolidate his position, Sidwell is after financial gains, and Drew wants to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his. Their alliance presents a significant threat to Michael, who now faces not only his personal enemies, but also a powerful coalition plotting his destruction. This war is like a brutal chess game, where every move is a matter of survival. Michael must not only find ways to fight back, but also protect his secrets, especially the fact that Sasha is carrying his child. Drew, on the other hand, keeps increasing the pressure, forcing Michael into a weak position and making him make increasingly risky decisions. The tension escalates to the point where it becomes uncontrollable, and any mistake from either side could lead to severe consequences, changing the game forever. Amidst the web of schemes and betrayals, Michael realizes that he is not only fighting for revenge against Drew, but also to protect himself and those he loves. However, with the dangerous alliance forming around Drew, Michael knows that time is running out. He is facing a battle where victory, no matter how hard, is the only choice he can make. Under the immense pressure from all sides, Michael begins to realize that his war with Drew is not only destroying himself but also threatening the safety of Sasha and the unborn child. He understands that if he continues to be consumed by this cycle of hatred, he will lose the ability to protect them from the dangers that lie ahead. A rare moment of clarity pierces through his anger and blindness, forcing him to make an important decision. Turn to Jason, the only person he trusts, to entrust him with this great responsibility. Michael walks into Jason's room with a heavy expression. After a moment of silence, he looks at the man he considers a second father, his eyes full of seriousness. In a low voice, Michael reveals the secret he has kept: Sasha is pregnant with his child. This is not an easy confession, but Michael knows he cannot remain silent if he wants to ensure the safety of the most important people in his life. Jason listens without interruption, his gaze unwavering yet full of understanding. He senses the anxiety hidden deep in Michael's words, and the heavy responsibility Michael is placing on him. As Michael continues, his voice cracks with worry, urgently asking Jason to take care of Sasha and the baby if things go wrong. If everything goes out of control, Michael says, you are the only person I can trust to safeguard their lives. For Jason, Michael has always been family, someone he would protect with his life. The responsibility Michael has given him does not deter Jason, on the contrary, he immediately nods, without hesitation. You have my word, Jason says firmly. He understands the gravity of the situation and knows that Sasha and the baby need a shield, especially with Michael caught up in endless conflicts. Michael feels somewhat relieved when Jason agrees. But at the same time, a feeling of guilt still lingers. He knows that this decision means he must be away from Sasha for the time being to face the enemy surrounding him. Michael lowers his head, as if to engrave his gratitude toward Jason. Take care of them, no matter what happens, he says, his voice cracking with emotion. Jason simply nods, no further explanation needed, because he has understood everything through Michael's eyes. In Michael's heart, there is both relief and pain. He knows Jason will do everything to protect Sasha and the child, but the thought of being away from them makes his heart heavy. Before leaving, he promises himself and Sasha that he will return soon, no matter what happens. This is not only a promise to the woman he loves and the unborn child, but also a promise to himself that he will not let this war take away the most precious things in his life. With Jason's assurance, Michael decides to leave Port Charles to face the enemies surrounding him. Though he knows that this is the only choice to protect Sasha and the child, his heart remains filled with anxiety. Each step away feels like carrying an unrelenting burden of regret. Before leaving, Michael leaves a promise to return as soon as possible, ready to build a family with Sasha, despite all the hardships. Sasha silently sees him off, tears in her eyes, feeling the loss and unease about the future. She places her hand on her belly, as if searching for strength to carry on, holding Michael's promise as a guiding light in the coming storm. Though the separation breaks both of their hearts, Sasha knows that Michael is doing this to protect what is most precious. In her heart, her faith in him remains the driving force that helps her remain strong through the uncertain days ahead.